Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today for our Sunday service. Were you all able to enjoy your happy Halloween? Yeah, I enjoyed passing out treats like usual and going to my husband's school to scare the kiddos with my grudge costume. They were all freaking out, and it was just so fun. So it's my tradition to go to his school every year to scare the kids. But last year I was sick on Halloween and I was so bummed out because I couldn't go to their Halloween parade. But this year I was able to in good health and I had a really good time. I felt like this. And my mom, she told me about the time she experienced the first Halloween when they came. Because they came 48 years ago on September 28th to Wahiwa. And so like the next month is already Halloween, right? So when Halloween came, like the kids, they marched in the front porch and they're demanding candy and they're dressed up in costumes and they're saying trick or treat, and my mom didn't know what the heck was going on. But my dad, he had researched, of course, American traditions, so he knew right away that they're coming for trick or treating because it's Halloween. And they happened to have some gum, Wrigley's double mint gum, the one that came in those multi-packs. So he had like a pack of those stashed away in the Osagari cabinet. So he opened that up and he gave each of them a pack of gum, and so he said, yeah, this is what it's all about. So I thought that was really cute. And for us, growing up, Halloween was the holiday we just couldn't wait for. I literally was counting down the days, especially when it was a month away. I was like, only 28 more days till Halloween. And I was just so excited because growing up, like, no parents didn't have money to buy us any candy. And that was out of the question. Going to the store and say, oh God, can you buy me this? That was out of the question, okay? So one day in the year, being able to get a shopping bag full of candy to the top, free candy, was like a dream of dreams. And the three of us like went all over the neighborhood to go trick-or-treating. And I remember when we were really, really small, this memory just stuck in my long-term memory of this witch that was in that area. And she just dressed up as a witch, but in our small minds, I thought it was real. And then the three of us were just scared out of our minds that, oh God, there's a witch, she's real, this is a real witch. And we were like freaking out. And Rodney, my brother, was especially afraid of the witch, and he was shouting, oh God! We were just terrified. And so that was really a fun memory of Halloween when we were little. And school, when we started to go to school, they taught us like safe trick-or-treating, like how to safely trick-or-treat, like inspecting our snacks before we eat them. And they also told us not to go to houses if the front porch lights aren't on. Oh, because before learning that, we didn't even care. I was like, as long as any light was on in the house, we thought they were passing out candy. So even if the front porch wasn't on, we just knock on the door anyways. And we just keep pounding and we sing a song like, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. And we didn't know the rest of the song, but we just sang it up to there. We just kept knocking on your door until somebody was forced to come to the porch and either tell us, sorry, we don't have any candy for you, or just completely not answer for 5 minutes. And we're literally waiting there for 5 minutes until somebody answered the door. And I remember one time where we went to this house and he had a light on in the house but not in the front porch, so we kept knocking and saying trick or treat, trick or treat. And he didn't have any candy, so what he gave us each was one cough drop. It's not candy, but it's a cough drop. So, really, it was pretty hilarious when I think about all these funny Halloween memories. And the furthest house we went to was actually the Wahio Honganji. And we went all the way to the back residence of Igarashi sensei. We climbed the fence of the Honganji walk all the way across the parking lot to the back residence, knock on your door, and say trick or treat. But since we've been cutting your ear, she had 3 Ziplocs full of candy for us because they knew we were going to come. So, it was a really fun time for us. But we still love Halloween. And this time, of course, we're adults now, so we don't go trick-or-treating. So we pass out treats. And this time, in the beginning, there were really very few trick-or-treaters. And it was like 7 o'clock already. I was like, oh, there should be more by now. And then, like, I still have a lot of candy, a lot of cup noodle. And I was like waiting and waiting and waiting. And I had that grudge costume on. So there was even like a group of teenagers, like high schoolers, like 5 of them. They were coming. And we're like, oh yes, we have customers. But I was hiding behind Clayton. Well, actually, I was behind him because I was looking at my phone instead. And when the trick-or-treaters come, I just went like this. And then my scary look, I just scared them. So they were coming, but they went away. They were just too freaked out. I was like, no, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Come back. And they didn't come back. So we lost customers, so we were bummed. And after that wave of people, like we waited and really no one came. So I was like, you know what? Now we're gonna go to the neighbors that are passing out treats, and we're gonna give them our candy. So I said, Clayton, you hold the box of cup of noodles. I'm gonna hold my lantern, my jack-o'-lantern full of our treats. So we went to all the houses that were passing out treats in our street, and I gave them our snacks. It was like backward trick-or-treating. It was actually very fun. I think I'm gonna start doing this again next year too. And they were like so happy to receive our treats. They're like, here, have some of ours. So it was like a trade-off of candy, and it was like communication between our neighbors, and it was really fun. And definitely gonna try that again. Oh my gosh! I'm sure you all have your fun Halloween stories. Yeah, I'd like to hear them later on. Anyways, changing the subject here. The Dodgers won, and they'll be world champion again. And they also won last year, I heard. So it's amazing. And Yamamoto Yoshinobu was the MVP. And, you know, time and again, I always been thinking, how come these Japanese people are like so amazing at what they do? You know, like Shohei Ohtani, and they're part of the American team. And even the UH football kicker, I'm having a brain fart, so I can't remember his name. But he's from Japan too. And they're just stunning the world with their skills. And for a lot of things, like I kept thinking. I was like, what is this? What is it in the Japanese DNA? What's making all these Japanese people so talented in what they do? Why? So it was a big question in my head. And I was asking Okasan, I wonder why. And she solved the problem today. This morning while we were eating breakfast, the problem that had been happening, like I was thinking about for so long, I've been thinking, why Japanese people are so talented? And Okasan said, oh, that's simple. It's because they practice the do. I said, huh? What do you mean do? You know, like shodo, kado, judo, karate do. The do means the way. So I printed out do, the way. So I was like, oh, you solved the problem. The big question in my head. And she said, yeah. So basically, the Japanese players like Yamamoto Yoshinobu, Shohei Ohtani are practicing the do of their sport. So they're practicing baseball do. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in Kaimuki, I don't know if they already built it or they're going to build a Kyudo jo. You know Kyudo? Kyudo is Japanese archery. The one who uses humongous, like super long bows. They're taller than me. And there's gonna be a dojo there. So I was like, oh, that's so exciting. And the Kyudo, Japanese archery, is something that I've always been interested in. And if they had that in our high school, like electives or something, I would have definitely took Kyudo. It must be in my Yano samurai blood. And I always like had an affinity towards archery. I do have a bow and arrow, but it's not the Kyudo bow and arrow. And there is an archery range in Waipio, but I haven't been going to for a very long time. I thought, oh, Kyudo, that is something I would like to learn. But it's all the way in Kaimuki, which is super duper far away. So I thought, oh man, if there's one in Central Oahu, that'll be really awesome. Anyways, for Kyudo, when I looked at the news clip about the Kyudojo, and the person that was explaining about the sport, that martial art, he mentioned that the target of the Kyudo, in bow and arrow, is not an enemy, or not like an animal or something. Because that's what usually, you think, oh, it's a target. You want to shoot like an animal or like an enemy. But in Kyudo, it's your heart, basically. It's basically a mirror. So it's like, oh, it's just like this. This is our mirror. So if you go to any Shinto shrine, you'll see a round mirror in the center, and that's basically a reflection of your heart. So the person that was explaining Kyudo was saying, if your mind, body, and spirit are all in alignment, then that arrow is going to shoot the center every time. And when he said that, I got this chicken skin all over my body. I was like, wow, that is deep. So in anything, like even I'm doing karate, and in my mindset was like, I'm only going there to exercise. I don't want to be no black belt. I don't want to advance in my skills because I'm scared, because I don't want to get beat up by those black belts. And there was a scary black belter that came. He comes once in a blue moon, and I told about this story during one of the Gotaisai. And I'm just so terrified about him because he has this eyes that look like cobra eyes looking down on a mouse. And I was like, every time he comes, I freak out. And he tends to come every time I rank up in my belt level. So that's why I said, Peter, don't just keep me at yellow, please. Don't advance me. But he said, no, you've been yellow belt for about 10 years, so there's no escaping this one. I was like, yeah, like, fine. And then once he advanced me to the blue belt, guess what? He shows up. So for 10 years he didn't show up. See what happens? As soon as he advanced me, that man comes. And I'm so scared of him, terrified. By the time that black doctor came, he explained to me that he says, when you truly understand Karate Do, you will feel it in your spirit. And he says, there's no way for me to explain it to you. There's no way. You have to just keep practicing it. If you keep practicing it, you will feel it. And you'll be good at what you do. And even if you have a disability, even if you're only a 5-foot karate girl trying to beat up a 6-foot karate man, you'll be able to topple him. And I was like, whoa, that is deep. So it's like that, because when you develop this mentality, this spirituality of the Do, then you're going to be good at whatever you do. So I'm thinking these people like Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto, they are practicing the true way of the baseball, and anything they do is reflected in sincerity. And this live with faith, being a Konko believer by Reverend Yoshiaki Fukuda, Shinjin no Kokoroe, this is like the handbook of Konko Kyodo, because there's no filters in this one. He tells you like straight up what to do to be good at being a Konko believer, and I love this. And right here in the very first chapter, he writes, be sincere at whatever you do. It says your sincerity is reflected in everything you do, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you smile. And I was like, you know what? I have a lot of things that I need to work on here. It was very embarrassing. I am like far, far away from the faith that I thought that I was practicing. So because my mom solved the question that I had for so long, I just feel so happy this morning. I just feel like, oh, there's something that I can do to work on here. And, you know, if you think about this teaching, it's true. Shohei Ohtani and even Ichiro, like their equipment, like their bats and their gloves, they don't just like toss it. And you know, you see some people just breaking the bat because they lost or something. They're throwing their glove and you think it's stupid glove. They would never do that. You see? Because they're practicing the door. They're respecting everything and everybody. Even the water boys, even the janitor, they treat with complete respect. And I think that's so important. In Shohei Ohtani, he's really known for picking up rubbish and not spitting. You see, baseball players, it's like baseball players spit, and that's what they do kind of thing. But Shohei Ohtani would never spit, and you pick up rubbish very discreetly. So those kind of small things, do small things with great love. No matter what they are, do it with great love and care. And pretty soon, in whatever you do, you will become the dough and your life will change. And when you have your mind, body, and spirit in alignment, then a lot of things will start to flow smoothly in your life. And you won't have to tread water anymore. And the cogs of the wheel will just go so smoothly. That's my thought. I still have a long way to go, and I really do want to practice the true way of the Konko faith in my life. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being here today. Anyway, here Edna mentioned about the Odai Shohei, Yamamoto. Those who achieve the highest level of their pursuit, enjoy skill, Japanese people don't boast. They're very humble. But even the shodo, writing, even kados, and any do, they are very humble. They are aware of the greater element to help them to achieve what they are seeking. So this may be distinct Japanese culture. I think they do not boast. As I mentioned, this one, and I did this much, then the kami-sama shrinks. By saying thank you, then maybe kami-sama, something great then become greater. I shrink. This is a very interesting information. Anyway, few days ago I was watching YouTube. I happened to watch it. Kinjo Kyogai, Konko Kinjo, anniversary service. It's very beautiful church. And the sensei is about maybe of my age. Before, at the initial stage, he tried to activate hold any active young people, try to attract people. But at one time, he stopped doing any activity, just delegate the work of them to mediation and prayer. And then people responded to his speech. But he keep on praying for many people in this church. And he clearly said, the primary purpose of the church is to get blessed, get blessing. So clear. And I think, and I remember this book. I published this address edition about 30 years ago for newspaper. It there are 7 steps, 7 elements how to get blessed through Konko. It's very, actually 7 steps are very elementary, the basic elements Konko is. Initial, I should say, I have introduced Dr. Koichi Yuki, the member of the Sendai Church in Miyagi. He's a gynecologist. The first message is, おかげをいただく first step is to say, 神様、Konkoさん is the first step. So he tried to remind himself when eating meal, say Konko san. When he put on shoes, say Konko san. Going to the church, say Konko san. So it's his habit to do everything, say Konko san. For any element, any step of his life. So it's so clear. Okay, actually, when I was at Yamagi Church for spiritual training, even the Western say usually even during their service, somebody, student, minister, make me if you will play volleyball after in the evening, they it happen. Even when you use bathroom, it's very this one step. So like say Konko-sama. It's a very initial, very strong way to practice Konko. Yeah, gradually I want to introduce again 7 steps. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。
やれ今後来日天地神の神真に願いおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼めいプレスやりどうやかりわけ神
husband since we genuine heart
and caring in harmony and joy, with the come always, now and forever on this very day. Pray.
Page 81, number 67.
Number 67. This was when Miyanaga-san from Onomichi and the kimono goods shop owner from Okayama came to the Hiromai. Miyanaga-san received divine virtue but was always poor and short of money. Konko-sama, if divine virtue can be sold, I would like to sell divine virtue. He said. Then the kimono goods shop owner came to worship. This shop owner started out with little money, received human virtue, and was able to build several warehouses in a short time. He said, fortunately, I have much money to spend. If possible, I would like to buy divine virtue. Konko-sama suggested, Miyanaga-san, since you all always, it's getting black out here, since you always say that you don't have enough money, why don't you sell divine virtue to this person who wants to buy some? Miyanaga-san shook his head and said it was impossible.
68. Here is the place where you show me how you have practiced faith. It is like bringing your best calligraphy to your calligraphy teacher. Practice at home and come here at least 2 or 3 times a year to have faith guided.
69. Spending money to come to Otani from afar is unnecessary. Tenchi Kane no Kami is everywhere. Thus you can receive divine blessings wherever you pray. Don't spend money to come here. Pray at home instead, said Konko-sama. Konko-sama had told me this for the 4th or 5th time in his life. Tosei instructed me. Kondo-san, as Konko-sama has often told you, worship at home instead of spending money and coming here monthly from afar. I don't know if you like barley gruel, but like eating barley gruel and pickled vegetables, practice a faith that you won't tire of. Come only 3 times a year in January, May, and September. I explained to her, since my wife and I have lost our parents, we have been coming here thinking that when we see Konko-sama and you, we see our parents. Since we feel happy when we see our parents, we come here once or twice a month. Despite what you tell other people, please allow my wife and I to come to the Hiromai as often as you have. With kind words, she complied. In that case, you may do so, but be as thrifty as possible. My wife and I cried in happiness. When we went to the Hiromai to give thanks to Konko-sama, Kami spoke through Konko-sama. As Konko Daijin has often told you, Kami will give blessings to those who pray, wherever they pray, even at home. But since there is only one Igami Konko Daijin of Otani, you will be glad when you come to worship.
Number 70. Why do believers pray to?
Who do?
Who do believers pray to? They don't pray to ministers. They pray to Tenchi Kane no Kami. This is very moving to Kami. So he saves them.
71. I'm not an ikigami. I'm a manure carrier. You should pray to Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. I only convey your request to Kami-sama, said Konko-sama. Then he went before the altar and immediately revealed Kami's divine words. Although Konko Daijin says that he is a manure carrier and that you should pray to Tenchi Kane no Kami, pray to Konko Daijin. Listening to and following his words are the same as listening to and following Kami's words. Kane no Kami has been thought of as a fearful Kami for thousands of years, but Konko Daijin has discerned the true Kami to the world. Thanks to Konko Daijin, people can receive Tenchi Kane no Kami's blessings. Konko Daijin benefits Kami and people. The founder amended, though you heard what Kami-sama has just said, I am only Kami's caretaker. Therefore, even if you pray to me, you won't receive divine blessings. Pray wholeheartedly to Tenchi Kane no Kami forever. Don't tell stories about people receiving divine blessings to those who were without doing their best. They hear the person's name and locality.
People from around here found the story of the family, that Kami gives them limited blessings. But people from above come and call me Ikiga. Therefore, Kami gives them bountiful blessings.
はい、thank you. よいしょ。ありがとう。おはようございます。ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。We're going to sing 4 songs, page 57, 4. 新人の栄光からです。よろしくお願いいたします。
Ave Suji wa
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, so within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light coming from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just knowing each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, swinging arms together we will walk to a shining, shimmering, brilliant light going from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。See you. オンラインの方々。
ギアリー金光大臣天使神の神真に祝え、おかげを我が心により、今月今日でとどめに。
Sincerely with all your heart, with one with come. Come His presence became within, how grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. With to come in always, now and forever, on this very day.
ありがとうございました。
Arigatou. Thank you for joining us. Just one announcement. This coming Saturday, November 8th, we'll have our garage sale from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the proceeds will go to our annual offering to the headquarters in Okayama Prefecture. So your help is always welcome, and we really appreciate all these years of your help. Arigatou gozaimashita. Have a good new week. Bye-bye.